What if I told you that your future might already exist? Not in a mystical or believe hard enough way, but in a way that even physics hints at. And what if an ancient text like the Bhagavad Gita was pointing to the same idea thousands of years ago? Then the real question becomes, if everything already exists, what exactly are you doing right now? Let's start simple. The way we all experience time is very straightforward. Past, present, future. Yesterday is gone, today is happening, tomorrow is not here yet. It feels like time is moving, like a river flowing forward. For example, you wake up, you go to college or for your work, you come back and you sleep. It feels like life is unfolding step by step. This is how your brain understands reality. And for daily life, this works perfectly. Now let's zoom out. Modern physics, especially through Albert Einstein's theory of relativity, says something very strange. Time is not fixed. It's not the same everywhere. In fact, time can either slow down or speed up depending upon movement and gravity. For example, if two people exist, one on Earth, one traveling very fast in space, then the one in space will age slightly slower. So time is not a universal clock. It's flexible. Now comes the most mind-bending part. Some physicists propose something called the block universe. The idea is this. The entire timeline of the universe, past, present, and future, exists all at once. Not being created step by step, already complete. Imagine a movie reel. Every scene already exists on the reel. Beginning, middle, end, all there at once. But when you watch the movie, you experience it scene by scene. Now think, the reel is the reality, the scenes are the moments in time, and you is the viewer. So life feels like it's happening, but it might already be there. Then why does time feel real? Well, it's a good question. If everything exists, why do we feel movement? Because of how the brain works. You remember the past, you don't remember the future. So it feels like I am moving forward, but maybe you are just becoming aware of different moments one by one. Now let's connect this to the Bhagavad Gita. In the Gita, there's a powerful scene. Arjun is confused and scared on the battlefield. So Krishna shows him his cosmic form, Vishwarup. What does Arjun see? He sees all warriors already destroyed. Events that even haven't happened yet, already complete. Krishna says, I am time, the destroyer of worlds. This means Krishna is not inside time. He represents the totality of existence. From that perspective, past, present, future are all visible together. Just like the block universe idea. Krishna tells Arjun something shocking. They are already slain by me. Be merely an instrument. Think about that. The battle hasn't even started, but the outcome is already seen. This sounds very close to the future already existing and you being a participant in it. Now we reach the real question. If everything already exists, is your life already decided? Is destiny pre-written? Let's not rush. There are two perspectives. From the outside, the whole story exists. Beginning to end is already there. But from the inside, from your experience, you still make choices, you still think, decide, and act. You don't feel like a robot. Both are true at the same time. Think of a story-based video game. The entire storyline is already coded. Every possible path exists. But while playing, you still choose. You still feel tension, excitement. Now from the system's point of view, it's all structured. But from your point of view, it feels like real choice. Here's where people misunderstand what Gita actually teaches. The Gita does not say everything is fixed, so do nothing. Instead, it says, you are not in control of outcomes, but you are responsible for your actions. Krishna tells Arjun to act, fight, and do your duty, but don't be attached to the results. Why? Because you control action, not the entire universe. This removes anxiety about the future and regret about the past. Now let's connect this to manifestation ideas. People often say the future already exists, you can choose any reality instantly. But this is where things get oversimplified. Physics says that the structure may exist. The Gita says your role is to act consciously. Neither of them clearly say you can jump randomly to any version instantly. Let's bring it down to something practical. Even if time is not flowing the way we think, the future somehow exists. You are still here experiencing this moment. And your life still depends on your actions, your decisions, your mindset. The question is not, is everything already written? The real question is, how am I living what is already unfolding? Imagine reading a book. The entire story is already written. But you are on page 50. You don't know page 200 yet. Now, two ways to read. An anxious person would think, what will happen next? They would be constantly worried and stressed. But a calm reader would be fully engaged in the current page that they are reading. The story is the same. Your experience is completely different. So maybe time is not exactly what you think, the future may not be as empty as it feels, and destiny may not be as simple as fixed or free. But one thing is clear: you are here in this moment as the one experiencing it. And that experience is where your real power lies. Not in controlling the entire timeline, but in how consciously you live each moment of it.